Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment on the video, let me know what you think. Now, Keke and Tisha, they were having a conversation where Keke was confiding in Latisha about weaning herself off of her, I believe it was methadone from her drug addiction. And I believe that Tisha was being herself, absorbed self, her mean girl, and I just feel like she was being spiteful. And I'm going to play the clip and come back and give my opinion.
I've never perspired like this before.
Is it something that they're giving you to take or something?
Yeah, the side effects of the medicine, the methadone. Because when I chose a rehab, I chose to do outpatient.
But is it like trading one thing for another thing?
Yes, you do have to take a substance every day, but this is not a substance that hurts you. The whole purpose of it is to prevent any kind of withdrawals when you're coming off of it, because withdrawals, they are no joke. So it really does help and give you a cushion.
So what do you think it's going to take for you to be like, I'm done with all of it?
I feel like I'm done with all of it. I feel like I'm at the point to where I can wean off. Because I've been taking it for a while.
How long have you been taking it?
Almost a year.
It is really good to hear that Keke is finally getting help with her addiction. However, I need to see some action because Keke, she is flaky and unreliable.
Now,
Tisha, that was bold as I don't know what. That's your cousin. Y'all were once best friends. And for you to call her flaky and unreliable, I thought that was so disrespectful and mean-spirited. Now, true enough, Keke took the family on a roller coaster with her addiction. But at the same time, I know this is not the first person that you have came across that have had some type of addiction. And they may not get it right the first time, the second time, or even the third time. But if they are willing to go the extra mile and get the help that they need, accept the help that they need, and admitting that they do have a problem, then I feel like the people that truly love them should at least try to meet them halfway. And for you to say that she's flaky and unreliable, you didn't say, well, how can I help? I'm going to be there. What do you need from me? Maybe we can, try to do something else. Anything would have been better than what you said, because I didn't hear no encouragement from you, none. And I know that you were asking questions, maybe because we're talking about you. And I know is that in order to understand and to give your assistance, you have to understand what the issue is, and you have to know what it is that they're going through. So I can understand you're asking the question, but were you really asking the question because you were concerned, or were you asking the question to be spiteful because you wanted her to admit on camera that she's been doing this for less than a year, when to back up your mom claim about Keke still being on drugs? That's just my opinion. And I know this was taped before the argument between your mom and Keke, but at the same time, are you asking these questions to embarrass her? Or are you asking the questions because you're genuinely concerned? And I believe that it's because you want to embarrass her, because I didn't see nothing of nothing genuine about your response. Your confessional was not genuine at all. And you're talking about, well, first let me say this. Keke, I do applaud you for going through it. And no matter how many times you have to have corrective action, as long as you're going towards and taking the necessary steps that you need to take for you, then bravo. Just keep at it. Now, for Latisha, you talk to Keke like she owes you something. Like she, like I said before, you talk to her and you're relying on her like she's sleeping next to you at night, calling her unreliable. She's not your husband. This is your cousin who was once your best friend. And if you can have grace and mercy on Marceau, that got y'all put in a $5.5 million lawsuit, then you can have grace and mercy on Latisha, because on Keke, because Keke doesn't owe you anything. Y'all had to move, and yes, I'm gonna say it again. Y'all had to move from y'all house to an apartment for whatever reason. We'll never know the truth, but y'all had to move from your house to an apartment, and you don't feel as though that your husband, and you're giving your husband grace or whatever, because he still can't even give you a timeline on when Bedrock gonna be built. Your husband went to Africa and stayed a month, and you gave him more grace on an Africa trip that you didn't get a chance to go with. He had no connection to him, no communication, no access to him whatsoever for a whole month. And you gave him more grace than you giving Keke right about now. And Keke didn't take vows with you. He did. So I'm going to need you to tone that down a lot. And I'm not saying a little, I'm saying a lot. Because if you can be understanding as to why Marceau had to go and run off to Africa because he was upset and depressed or whatever and overwhelmed, then you can understand what's going on with Keke. Your mind is not that dysfunctional. You know exactly what you be doing, because if you can give your husband grace and understanding for Bootygate, when the lady sent her booty pic to his phone and he responded, he didn't delete it, he responded. You gave him more grace for that than you're giving Keke. And at least she's trying. Your husband did what he wanted to do, not what he needed to do. Because how the lady get his phone number? Remember, he have secretaries that set up appointments. So how the lady get his number? I know the secretary didn't pass it to her. So I'm gonna need you to back down and quit acting like Keke is your man, because she's not, and she don't owe you anything. And I'm gonna leave it right there. That's just my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think.